Many motorcycles may come and go, but only few becomes the icon. This is one among them, the Bullet 350. It's a legend with a legacy of over many decades which delivers the pure motorcycling to the motorcycle enthusiasts. This is the superstar among the motorcycles, the never fading popularity, and the simple design philosophy which continues over many decades. As Royal Enfield in Reddish, England wound down in the 1960s, eventually the bullets were made completely in India. The evolution of the Bullet 350 has come across with many chassis frames, started from the spring frame, Type 1 U frame and the bolted frame. The bolted frame design concept was started since 1962 and it was continued till 2023 in the last pushrod UC models. Last year, the Royal Enfield has introduced the new Bullet 350 with a completely newer chassis of J series platform. Maybe it's more like a classic 350 Reborn, but please make a note, the design of the classic 350 Reborn is already inspired from the very popular, the king among the cast iron models, the legendary G2. Royal Enfield missions are not just a metal, but it connects to the people more emotionally, those who own it. The teardrop tank and the semi-flat toolbox is carried forward from the previous iterations. Recently, Royal Enfield has added two more color options in the base model. This is the military silver red, which is one among them. The RE badge is only provided in the mid and the top variants, while this base model gets only the sticker. The iconic hand-painted pinstripes which makes this new base model more exceptional. This is a single-channel ABS model. We get a bigger 300mm disc up front and a 270mm drum at the rear, whereas the mid and the top variants gets a 270mm disc with the ABS at the rear. The brake offers a decent power and a bite. Many experts says 75 to 80% of the braking should come from the front end, so single channel ABS is enough for a typical Bullet kind of mission. I very often heard that many people says in this new mission the thump note is not highly pronounced, for which the Bullet is famous for. But you believe it or not, when this mission was down the hill at lower RPMs, the thump note was extremely good and more like how the cast iron model sounds, which is far better than the previous UCE iterations. The round-headed halogen lamp gives the retro feel. When talking about the hardware further, the front suspension are mere same as that of the classic 350 Reborn. The 41mm conventional telescopic forks up front that has a 130mm travel, and at the rear it's called the twin-tube emulsion shock absorbers with a 6-step adjustable preload. With the twin down-tube paddle chassis frame, this brand new J series platform with a long stroke 350cc single cylinder with a fuel injection engine will kicks out 20.2 bhp of max power at 6100 rpm and a 27 Nm of max torque at 4000 rpm with a 5-speed gearbox. The switch gears on the handlebar are same as that of the classic 350 Reborn. This brand new J series offers some new grab rail and the tail section. USB port comes as standard in all variants. Hazard lamps are provided to assist the riders in a foggy riding conditions. Previous iteration of the Bullet 350 gets the skinny tires, but this J platform mission gets the wider tires at both the ends, which gives you more confidence. Rubbers are 19-inch 100 by 90 section tire up front and a wider 18-inch 120 by 80 section tire at the back. This typical Bullet 350 mission is not a track-focused weapon to hit some triple-digit top speeds, but this is quite different. Sitting leisurely on the motorcycle and riding with pleasure on hearing the dug-dug sound. The single bench seat is slightly lowered with some added extra cushion to improve the under-thigh support and comfort when compared with the previous model. Eventually, this single piece seat is more suited for the people those who tend to go out with their family when compared with the split seat setup of a classic 350 Reborn. As recommended by the manufacturer, the tire pressure for the front wheel is 32 psi, and if there is a pillion, then you should maintain at 36 psi at the rear. If you're riding solo, 32 psi is enough for both the wheels. In the dashboard, we get the analog speedo console with a tiny digital display for the trip meter readouts, etc. Cruising effortlessly at 50 km/h speeds in a fifth gear with a traditional dug-dug sound is the kind of riding experience for which the Bullet is forever admired for. The tank fuel capacity is 13 liters with the ground clearance of 170 mm. This new Bullet 350 clears the larger bumps effortlessly. In my opinion, the new model is far better than the previous model in terms of thumb sound, comfort and engine refinement, etc. A wide-chested riding stance and a timeless design makes this mission a far better and more ideal for the people those who tend to go out with their family, especially in 3 when compared with the classic Reborn model. In simple, the Bullet is always the greatest of all time. For the exact on-road price, please contact your local dealerships.